Great to be with you. This is Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg as 2K Sports presents this Tuesday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. And so off the tip, it's New York. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Kemba Walker, Fournier out there with Randall. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Noel in at the pivot, manning the middle.
Derrick Rose, the 2011 MVP, but major injuries to his knees have cost him most of the last 2 seasons. Only time will tell if he's able to reclaim that elite status in the NBA.
On defense, Detroit. He feeds it to Fournier. Randall with the ball. Dishes it to Fournier. Outside Rose. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Noel. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's B-Train. Grant outside. The dish now to Olynyk. Pass to B-Train. A 3-ball. Randall grabs the board. Now the Knicks with it. From 10 feet out. That one off the back iron and out. Detroit with the ball. And there's the pass to Billups. Grant dishes to Moncrief. The Knicks pull it in.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Here's Rose. Misses the wing J.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
Now, here's Grant. And here's Moncrief. Baseline try. Another miss by Moncrief.
Well, with only one attempt so far falling, this is not looking good. 1 for 4 so far.
Noel down low. Moncrief defending. And it's Noel missing. The Pistons have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Billups with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Billups passes to B-Train. Kicks it to Olynyk. Shot clock at 3. Oh, yes, the turnaround. And it's a tie ball game.
Could be the first of many mid-range jump shots we see from him today.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. There's the screen. And Fournier kicks to Noel. Good. Noel's got his second bucket.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
B-Train passes to Grant. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. There's the feed to Moncrief. The 9-foot shot. Nice touch on the bank shot.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Stan Van Gundy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's B-Train. Good. B-Train's got his first points in this one.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
You know, it's a little strange to think of Detroit as being a team that runs, but they actually were better when they did run last year. They made good on a lot of opportunities in transition.
And how did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I liked the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
As you said, guys, you think of basketball in the Motor City, you think of a very deliberate game, and Steve, tough D.
It had been the identity of basketball in this city for a long time, Kevin. But last year, the Pistons were a top 5 team in fast break scoring. So, you know, when they run, they're at their best. So the city might be entering a new era in terms of the style of play.
Now here's Billups. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Tries yet again, and the basket by Olynyk.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Here is Rose. He kicks it to Walker. Shoots the 3. That's good. Walker's got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
You know, I just love Kelly Olynyk's great skill level. He can handle and shoot the ball beyond the arc, but also a polished low-post scorer inside, so you can run offense through him, and that's really a great dynamic for his team.
And Detroit has possession. They trail by 1. Passes it to B-Train. Back to Billups. The Pistons working the ball around now. To the right side. Olynyk, the good-looking shot from the wings. Olynyk's got 8.
And Olynyk, you look at him, he doesn't give you the impression of being the most athletic guy, but he does move well for a big guy, and his touch is exquisite around the basket. Whether shooting the hook or flipping it in with the finger roll, he finds a way to get it up and down.
Here's Walker. After the basket by Detroit. 6 on the shot clock. Rose goes in. New York needs to get off a shot. Walker's shot is off.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
And Steve, for Olynyk, more an offensive player. Defense, something he's got to work on.
Yeah, he was foul prone last season, but I like his motor. Did better than expected on the boards. You know, he doesn't have a great wingspan, so he's not a shot blocker. But I think as he gets stronger, he can be a solid team defender. That's 5 for 5 now to start the game. Wow, he's in for a big night.
You know, I think at some point you got to start thinking about throwing a different look his way early on, especially if he keeps shooting like this.
Here's Fournier. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside Rose. Puts it up. Rebound by the Pistons. Olynyk's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's B-Train. Over to the left wing. Knicks with the rebound. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
And to find something, you're right. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. On defense, the Pistons. 3-point lead, and that one's good.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Raja, defended by Gibson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Detroit shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Well, you look at last season's numbers, guys, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Lambier's checked in for Grant. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Well, Steve, right from the start last season, some upheaval for the New York Knicks with the front office shaking.
Yeah, surprising move when you consider that the team was coming off a 54-win season in 2013 and the team's first second-round appearance in over a decade.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Pistons shooting very well. 58%. The offense is flowing right now early for them. Joseph dishes to Johnson. Here's Raja. Burks pulls it in.
And for the Knicks coaching staff last season, you think about it, guys, it had to be tough. The GM who hired you no longer with the organization, and ownership basically saying championship or bust. A lot of different pressure coming from different sources in the Knicks situation.
Now, here is Starks. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. 1:31 left here in the opening quarter. Inside the Lambeer, and he gets it to go. Lambeer's got his first points of the game.
And with a new front office again this season, the Zen Master, Phil Jackson at the helm, new coaching staff. We'll see if the Knicks can create a stable foundation moving forward.
Now here's Stoudemire. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Starks against Johnson. John Starks again. Starks has got it all tied up now for the Knicks. The Pistons have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. There's 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. Feeds it to Lambeer. Starks against Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Joseph. And it's off from three-point range. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. A shot by Starks, no good. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Singler kicks to Joseph. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. He dishes it to Johnson. With the fadeaway. And he gets it to go. And the Pistons lead by 2.
Boy, that is a tough shot.
Now, here is Starks. From beyond the arc and then some. Starks has got 9 points. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Knicks out front, up by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter. Really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they've come out, and it's served them well.
And for the Pistons, their shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Johnson is out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Sally. Then there's Austin Day. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Sally against Beasley. Sally's shot is off. The Knicks with the lead. Starts the best of 4. Pass to Burks. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Starks. Starks can't get that one to fall.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. A different look here for Detroit. B-Train comes in for Johnson. And it's Moncrief in for Corey Joseph. And a new group in for the Knicks. Here's Moncrief, and he jams it with authority. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Now here's Rose. He feeds it to Beasley. 6 to shoot. Outside, Walker. Lots of room. And he gets it to go. Walker's got his second bucket tonight. Here's B-Train.
Kemba Walker, quick. Got a great handle on the ball. He's a blur in transition. And what I like about him is always looking to push the tempo for easy baskets. And he's tough, not afraid of the moment.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Rose. And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Grant, he's checked in for Detroit. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Derrick Rose has become increasingly deadly with his floater. He developed it earlier on at the park. Rose said, when we used to play in the park, there were no fouls. So that's why I shoot the crazy shots I do. Because I knew I was going to get fouled, but I still got to make the shot. His blacktop creativity is paying off, gentlemen.
Pretty impressive, Doris. Thanks. Now here's Randall. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Pistons trail by 3. Moncrief dishes to Day. Pass to B-Train. And there's the pass to Day. Fires from 18. Takes it up and lays it in.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Now here's Walker. He's got 5. Dishes it to Fournier. Back to Walker. Kicks the Rose. Releases from 15. Second shot opportunity. Shot is blocked. Here's B-Train. Sally passes to B-Train. 13 feet away. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Pistons lead by 1. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Pistons?
But great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
Michael Beasley making a return to playing at the power forward position last season, the position he played at Kansas State, and I think that helped him, playing off the ball more and really getting back to rebounding the ball.
And Beasley, a terrific rebounder at Kansas State. He hadn't really shown that in the NBA yet.
You know, Kevin, I think he's been more focused on volume scoring. Playing off the ball has been beneficial for him. Like most players, he's better spotting up for shots.
The Pistons ended near the bottom of the East, guys, again, but still certainly a ways to go.
Well, a lot of their struggles, Kevin, came from just their inability to close out games against the rest of the conference.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Detroit. Phillips comes in for Austin Day. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Noel's checked in, and both free throws good for Beasley.
For the Pistons last year, they finished with a 23-29 record against the East. And for the last number of years, they just haven't quite been able to figure out how to take that next step forward. Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
There's Walker with the 3.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Puts it up from 12. Cannot hit.
Well, the Pistons made some moves, but they really just seem to be keeping pace with the rest of the East. I think they have to be patient and allow this young talent to blossom, and they'll have a chance to move up.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Here's Grant. That one goes. Grant's got his first points of the game.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Walker with a clean look. Buries the long-range jumper. Walker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The lead changes hands once again. There's been no separation between these two teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure.
Here's B-Train. Fires for 3, and the shot is good. B-Train's got 5 points now this quarter.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. The problem for the Knicks last year is that they didn't really do any one thing in an outstanding way.
Well, a lot of people wonder how they missed the playoffs, but when you look at them and analyze them, they were really an average team.
New York trailing. Rose goes in. It's blocked. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Phillips. Tries again. Moncrief's shot is off.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And Walker kicks to Beasley. Here's Fournier. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
So even with the weakness of the Eastern Conference last year, the Knicks unable to get into the postseason. It was a subpar year across the board. They're looking to bounce back now.
Well, you know, when you look at most playoff teams, there's an established, clear identity of who they are and how they play and what they rely on. The Knicks didn't have any of that.
Evan Fournier out of France struggled with his shot early last season, but he rallied somewhat down the stretch. Still very young with an impressive skill set. He's definitely a player to watch.
Stoudemire's checked in for the Knicks. Davis comes in for Rose. Second free throw, no good.
And you talk about Fournier's skill level. I mean, pretty crafty penetrating and finishing around the rim. And he's also been a good three-point shooter in the NBA from day one.
Now he's hit a pair of 3 balls in this quarter, so he's starting to find his range.
There's the dish to Stoudemire. Davis setting the pick for Stoudemire. And a wide open look for Walker. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Walker's got 10. And Steve, Fournier doesn't separate himself with his athleticism, but he can be elusive.
Well, he understands hesitation and using angles to get inside. I think that speaks to his ball handling and offensive instincts. You know, he can be very fun to watch.
Here's B-Train. He's got 10. And Detroit again with the bucket. Now Davis. Left side, Walker. Back to Davis. Here's Fournier. Walker with a clean look, and the Knicks good for 2.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
Detroit's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Moncrief against Stoudemire. Here's B-Train. And the layup's good off the glass. B-Train's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pistons.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Walker dishes to Stoudemire. Back to Walker. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That went on Olynyk.
Well, it's been a while since Motor City has seen the playoffs on the basketball court. And it just appears as though they've been stuck in neutral the last few seasons.
With Detroit, as you said, haven't made the playoffs since 2009. And Steve, over the last few years, just stuck near the bottom.
And they've been, kind of a treadmill team. Good enough to not be dead last, but not bad enough to get a really high pick. And they tried to change it via free agency, so we'll see how it goes.
It's been a good one for Walker. 13 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Bill Lambier's checked in for Olynyk. Kyle Singler comes in for Moncrief. Johnson, he's checked in for Chauncey Billups. And Corey Joseph subbed in for B-Train. And so Walker nails both of them.
You know, last year the Knicks played at a very slow tempo, 29th actually in the NBA in pace. And at times when things slowed down in the half court, that's when they really struggled to score.
Now here's Joseph. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Davis has the open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Well, with pace, as you were saying, Clark, the Knicks would try and slow it down themselves, as you said, but that really didn't help them within the conference.
And, you know, the Knicks went 500 against the rest of the East, but really with the talent they had, you would have expected them to do better.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Both teams will make substitutions. Lambier against Gibson. Johnson outside. Clock at 6. On the wing, Singler. From downtown, that one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Singler's got himself on the board with 3 there. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
Steve, so close.
Well, such a seesaw affair back and forth. I mean, this has been an unbelievable game to watch.
Now, here's Burks. Here's Starks, and he gets it to go. Starks has got 11. The Pistons trailing. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of basketball. Johnson.
The Pistons struggled last year at home, and there were a number of factors that you could point to, but one of them was they weren't able to stretch the floor because they lacked perimeter shooting.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New York.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And both free throws good for Johnson. And here are the Knicks now. They trail by 1. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Really did struggle shooting the ball from deep at home. Only 17 home wins for them because they just couldn't stretch teams out.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Raja, and the layup falls. 30 seconds left now here in the second. Floyd passes to Starks. New York moving it around. For 3, that's good. Floyd's got the game tied up here for New York. Here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Raja. That's good.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest seemed easy.
And here's Starks. 2 on the clock. And that one hits back iron. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Pistons lead by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. What a game we're seeing from B-Train.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Here is Billups. On the court for the Knicks. Randall out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Derrick Rose. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Fournier in at the small forward position. Now here's Billups. A 2-point game. 5 on the clock. From the stripe. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Walker kicks to Randall. There's the feed to Rose. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have shot for any point guard. He said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. You didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
And Rose working to develop his floater with, Steve, his left hand as well.
Well, you don't see many players who can make a floater with either hand. I mean, something like that with his quickness, that would be impossible to defend.
Both free throws good for Rose.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
Here's B-Train. He kicks it to Moncrief. Outside Billups. Grant against Walker. Here's Moncrief. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Moncrief hits them both.
And what was really the big shock in the East last season, the Knicks failed to make the playoffs. This from a team many expected to challenge for a spot in the conference finals. Just didn't happen.
Now here's Randall. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Billups against Walker. Billups with the block.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Here is Billups. Pass to Olynyk. Fades and shoots. And he gets it to go. Olynyk's got 12 in the game. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Rose with the ball. He has 6. Over to the left wing. Walker goes in. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Pistons leading by 4. And the wide open shot from Billups. Again, the Pistons score. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. New York calls timeout.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this interior scoring that his defense is giving up. So the message during this timeout is time to lock things up inside.
You know, sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected. And playing 5 as 1, and usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Derek Fisher was giving to his team. Walker was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. He also said that their work on the offensive glass is going to be critical. He believes second chance points will go a long way toward deciding this game. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, Nerlens Noel's rookie season, essentially a medical redshirt, recovering from ACL surgery in early 2013, so this will be his true rookie season.
Grant outside. Feeds it to Moncrief. To the inside. Here's Olynyk. And he gets it to go. Olynyk's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pistons. And Nerlens Noel projected as a #1 draft pick based on his defensive impact as a freshman Clark at Kentucky. But the knee injury dropped him to #6.
Yeah, you're drafting that high. General manager's looking for an immediate impact player in the draft. Concerns about that knee and his slight build caused him to slide. But if he gets healthy and adds some weight to that frame, I think he could be a real presence defensively.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
And a big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Here's B-Train. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Olynyk, and the basket good. Olynyk's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And so it's New York with it. Outside, Walker. Now here's Randall. Moncrief defending. Rose can't hit.
Rugged play under the boards. It's not a place for the weak of heart. You've got to go in there physically and aggressively. Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it. I think we're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
Here's Fournier. He dishes it to Rose. Pass to Fournier. Back to Rose. He feeds it to Fournier. From past the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Now just a 3-point Piston lead.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's B-Train. He's got 14. It's Olynyk atop the key. And the pass to B-Train. From deep. Detroit, no good that time either.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time.
And that one's good. Noel.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
There's B-Train. And here is Olynyk. Here's B-Train. Detroit, no good that time either. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Randall with a screen for Rose. Pass to Noel. Walker against Billups. Rose dishes to Walker. And the Knicks good for 2.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
You know, across the board, the Knicks played at a very deliberate pace last year. They were in no rush to get their offense in motion and actually preferred a slower half-court game.
So both teams making some changes here. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. The most important points they can get, he said, are points in transition. He told them to push it, create opportunities on the fast break. He also brought up offensive rebounding as something that should be a priority, saying, quote, those are the battles we can and should win. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And Moncrief gets it to go. As you said, the Knicks did slow things down last year as it showed up in the stats. You wonder if that was the right move for them.
Well, you know, Kevin, they've been through both the up and down tempo and the slow tempo the last 4 to 5 years, and they haven't quite figured out what to settle on. If they can get that rectified, then I think they've got a chance to go forward.
So it's the Knicks now after the basket by Detroit. Rose attacking. Elbow shot is on the way. Tries again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And I love their hustle because they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities just as a result of playing hard. Well, Julius Randle, drafted out of Kentucky after 1 season. He fits that classic power forward mold. 6'9", strong, physical, great rebounder, and scores with his back to the basket.
And the Pistons making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Both free throws good from Randle. And Randle, regarded as a good outside shooter in high school, didn't really show that, though, at Kentucky.
And I think he wants to show that he can be a floor spacer at the NBA level, but it may take some time. That would really help him offensively because he is a tad undersized at the power forward spot. So being able to shoot it from the perimeter will go a long way in his development.
For New York, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Dishes it to Burks. Randle with a screen for Burks. Detroit with the rebound.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Now here's Joseph. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 6 to shoot. Here's Raja. And Gibson sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Ziegler's checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Stoudemire's checked in for Randle. .153 left to play in the third.
I thought he'd make that one. I mean, that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Here's Floyd, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Johnson outside. Back to Grant. Detroit, no good that time either. New York with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And the basket by Starks.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And Joseph kicks to Johnson. Here's Raja. Misses the three.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there, challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Now here's Joseph. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Kicks it to Grant. Good.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter.
John Starks on the wing. All alone. Misses off the right iron. For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Grant the pass to Joseph. Here's Raja. Banked in off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And here's Starks. He's got 13. Here's Burks. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Joseph cannot hit. Tie game in Detroit. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's quickly have a look at the State Farm assist of the game, which came, Steve, from kind of an unlikely source here.
Yes, the big fella here doing his best impression of a point guard, serving up a brilliant feed here. That's gorgeous.
We've got B-Train. Lane Beer is out there with Kyle Singler. Then there's Grant, and it's Billups in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Detroit right now.
What a great battle these teams are waging today.
Yeah, you get the feeling, Steve, the game could swing on just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
B-Train passes to Billups. The Pistons working the ball around now. And that one's good. B-Train's got it all tied up now for Detroit.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Fournier dishes to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the line. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He tried that leaner, and to me, it probably got him off balance a little bit. Probably should have gone straight up. You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
Johnson Lewis. Shooting. Free throws.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Moncrief is checked in for Kyle Singler. And New York with a change here, too. Randall's checked in. And Chauncey Billups drops them both.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, I mean, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
Now here's Randall. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2. Pistons shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. B-Train passes to Lambier. Here's B-Train. Back to Lambier. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Pistons lead by 2.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over there.
Well, you know what, Ken? Come on, Ken. I just like getting it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Now here's Rose. The dish to Fournier. Back to Rose. Right side to Walker. Just 5 to shoot. The baseline J. Rebounded by the Pistons. Lambier's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Moncrief the pass to B-Train. Here's Lambier. Kemba Walker with the rebound. Walker's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Fournier. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Moncrief a screen on Rose. The feed now to Moncrief. For 3. The shot is off. And New York will come the other way. Randall with a screen for Rose. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got New York calls timeout. We've seen B-Train really have a great game.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Pistons. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Derek Fisher was giving to his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Here's Noel. Here's Rose. Shot clock at 4, and that one's good. Noel's got 6 points in the quarter.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
And Moncrief gets it to go.
I mean, that's just too weak on the coverage. Heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you the game.
Rose kicks to Fournier. Passes it to Walker. Takes it off the glass. Walker's got 20 points.
You know, fatigue might be creeping in on him now. He just hasn't had the best fourth quarter.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Olynyk can't hit. The Knicks leading by 3. Rose passes to Fournier. Phillips against Walker. Noel sets a screen for Walker. Shot clock at 6. Rose kicks to Fournier. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists now in the game.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Feeds to Moncrief. Bank shot. No good. Knicks on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Noel sets a screen for Rose. And the layup is good. And it's an 8-point Knicks lead.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Now, taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Pass to Moncrief. From 6 feet, and that one's good. New York leading by 6. Rose kicks to Fournier. Outside Rose. Fournier dishes to Noel.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Noel. 8 rebounds, and he's picked up 1 dime.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And how about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
Both free throws good from Noel.
You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Pistons trail by 8. To the wing right side. The 3 from Billups. And it's Noel with the rebound. Knicks have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. The kick out to Rose. He dishes it to Randall. Back to Rose. Shot clock at 6. Pulls from the top of the key. Shot is off. And Detroit the other way now. Moncrief the pass to Grant. To the inside. Stolen by Walker. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Rose, no good.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Julius Randle picks one up.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
Good numbers for B-Train. He's got 16 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
Now, he's a maestro, Clark. I mean, the conductor of this offense, putting on a fantastic performance.
That one is off. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Julius Randle had a great freshman season at Kentucky, amazingly consistent and dominant at times. But he still saw his stock fall a little bit. Concerns about his lack of length. He struggled at times to finish oversized. He didn't come up with a great number of steals or block shots.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
New York moving the ball around. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
He had pretty much played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's really the only time he's turned it over so far.
Here's B-Train. He's covered by Rhodes. B-Train passes to Grant. Fires from deep. And it's good. And now just a 3-point Knicks lead.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Rose kicks to Fournier. Outside, Walker. He feeds it to Fournier. Back to Walker. Now the pass to Fournier. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his third. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
I think he was surprised to see the pass coming his way, and he reacted a little late.
.146 left to play in the final quarter. Rose dishes to Walker. He kicks to Fournier. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
Shooting from the line, Evan.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, they're making the defense pay for some of those unnecessary fouls here in the second half. If a team is going to foul you and they won't play defense without fouling you, then make them pay. Cash in from the line.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And no mistakes there. A couple of good free throws to give them a little extra cushion.
B-Train passes to Moncrief. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Can't connect from short range.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area that just can't afford to get lazy with.
You know, I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a skosh.
Here's B-Train. He's covered by Rose. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket for Moncrief. And so it's New York with it. Rose kicks to Walker. And the layup is good. Walker's got the lead back up to 9 now for New York.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
And it's Noel with the... Walker the pass to Fournier. Back to Walker. Over in the corner, Rose. 4 on the clock. Right side, Rose. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
So it's New York picking up the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Derek, in a game where you maybe don't have it going as well offensively as you had hoped, is this sort of win a bit bittersweet for you?
No, a win is a win, don't get me wrong, but I know I could have played better. I got my teammates that came to help me tonight, made some huge plays, and we got the win.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Kemba Walker.